Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So up till now, our plot, server and client script is ready. All we need to do is send data from our mythread function to main window using signal and slots. In case if you have missed other parts, then I've added all the links in the description below. So collection data we have over here, right? So we have a data with us. Now we cannot directly send this data to the main window. Why? Because main window, even if we use signal and slots, then we do not have like pointer to this particular thread so that we can connect a signal from here to a slot in main window, right? So what we actually need to do is create a chain of signal and slots. And how does that actually work is this data, it will actually send back, you know, uh, so you have your data over here, right? And this data will actually send it to this thread over here, right? It will emit a signal so that over here you get the data. Now what my server will do is actually again emit a signal, right, to the server thread containing that particular data. Now the server thread will actually emit another signal over here, right? So from server thread again a signal will be emitted to the main window. Now in the main window what you'll get is actually parsed data. So this will be a type of slot. So you get another slot over here, and once the data is actually parsed, then you can plot it again. So this is how the whole cycle will be working. That is, you have your data with you, you will emit a signal which will send to your server class, right? From the server class, you will again emit a signal containing that data to the server thread. Now from the server thread, you will again emit another signal to the main window. Now once you have a signal in main window, you can simply connect it to a slot to actually parse that particular data, and once the data is parsed, you can simply plot it. Now let's actually implement it. So let's start with the my thread, right? So in my thread you will require a signal, right? So let's create a signal which will be void new data received. Now for this, since we are getting data, as you can see in qbyte array, right? So we can simply emit this data itself, right? There you go. You can call this signal just over here, that is you can emit data. Great. Now what you need to do using this data, you need to actually connect it to another signal in my server class, right? So now you go to my server.h, you have to create another signal over here. This will be again void new data received. we'll create the same signal itself. Okay, right. Now what you need to actually do is connect both of them together. Also, it's better if you don't type in. Okay, great. Now if you go to server.cpp, right, so when you're actually connecting this, just after that, so in my server.cpp, what you can do is add another connect function, right? So you need to first connect the signal from your thread. So this is a thread. Then you type in the signal. Okay, this is more. Okay, so now you have the signal with us, right? Now where you want to connect it actually, so we want to connect to the my server class, right? So what we'll do is we'll type in this, then simply you can copy this signal. Okay, just a second. Okay, now you have this data in your my server class, and you need to send it to server thread, right? So now you go into server thread again. Over here also similarly we need to add another signal. Signal will be same. By the way, you can change the name of your signal. It doesn't have to be the same name. You just need to make sure that you are actually entering the correct signal name while using the connect function. Okay, so here in the server thread.h, I've added the signal. Now if I go to its cpp file, okay, while I am actually initializing it, and now you have to go to the network plot.h, right? Over here, what you need to do is so over here you will create a public slot actually, right? Public slots, there you go, and you have void. Now I'm going to use parse data over here. I'm going to use parse data over here, right? Now the input should be again qbyte array. Okay, now if you go to the cpp file, before starting the thread actually, what you just need to do is connect, right? Now the thread has the signal, so you type in thread, then take the signal. Okay, a slot is in this class itself, and change this to slot. Also our function name will be changed as well, right? And now when I add definition, okay, let's add it over here. Okay, great. So the QDebug. Okay, so right now I have not added QDebug, here. So if we go to the other file, okay, now we have QDebug with us. Got the data, right? And over here we can simply print the data as well. We write array, right? We got the data from here. Great. Now instead of printing the data over here, we can print it over there. I mean, you can also create, your custom packets to actually pass the data, so that you can have more information. That is, you can send the socket descriptor or the time at which it has arrived or any other thing that you want to add on. So right now I'm not doing that, so I'm simply just sending the raw data that I'm getting. Okay, so now our server is running. Okay, so if you send the data now, okay, now you can see we are clearly getting all the data in our main window, because it's printing got data, which is over here. Now what we need to do is actually parse this data in usable format and actually plot it. All right, for that we'll actually use QJSON parser. So we have to also error. This is to fix just in case if we have any error while parsing. Now we need a JSON document. Okay. And we need to enter our okay. Now once we have that, we need to check if there were any error while parsing. Okay, so this will print if there are any errors while parsing, and we can simply return from here. Okay, now we have everything in JSON document format. And now we'll create everything into JSON array. We also need to keep a check if it's empty or not. So just a quick check, JSON array, if it's not empty, only then it will actually plot the data. So what we'll do is, once we have the array, right, so from there we'll create a JSON object. Okay, JSON object, from JSON array, like the first element itself, convert it to an object. So we'll create a vector of type double, that is both for x and y, right? Now in a for loop from int I equals to 0 to I will be less than JSON object dot value of x to array dot size. Now for each array, what we'll simply do is we'll push back, right? Now to double, yeah. Okay, similarly we'll do for y. Once this is done, you can simply add this data in the graph, right? Now need to replot it and update it. Now if we run it, so now we have a server up and running. This is a Python code, and as you can see, it is plotting it, but we are not actually able to see it. So to counter this problem, it's actually really easy, right? You close it. So remember we had added rescale access, so simply do that and run it again. Okay, so now if we run it, there you can see. Okay, so now the values are actually updating in the real time, right? I can change the line style and the scatter style. There you go, we have created it. Now you can customize it according to your own need. You can write IP over here. If you clear it, then it will clear it once. You can plot your own function, that we had created. You can add bunch of different things according to your own ease. Yeah. Thanks for watching the video. In the next video, I am going to show you how you can run my server class without server thread running separately. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching the video. Hope you like it. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Also check out my other videos on the channel and let me know in the comments down below what other videos I should make.